Here's why I think TV is bad for your health and how you can stop watching TV altogether. There are two key reasons that I would name when talking about why TV is bad for you. First, which is obvious, is you waste a lot of time. When you sit in front of a TV, you often spend 2 or 3 hours doing nothing, while you would be doing something very constructive. I know that a lot of people have a problem. They need more hours in a day. That's a lot of my friends and relatives have this problem too. You just cannot do or cannot seem to be able to finish or complete tasks that you set out to do. Here are 3 additional hours that you would gain if you just stop watching TV. And second, even more important reason is not even noticeable too much. What happens when you watch TV is you contract and cultivate negative energy. That happens because most of what you see on TV is either bad news or violent movies or some violence or degradation in some form. They have a subcarrier frequency of negative energy that you carry, and you multiply it by watching it. If you notice, on the news, on TV, there are no good news ever. They are specifically designed to make you nervous. These are not news. Those are just some random events that one of the guys in a news agency for some reason decided that would be interested to everybody. Based on what? I don't understand. What was the basis for this decision? The news are almost always bad news. Something blew up, somebody killed somebody, or a war is happening in another country. They never talk about good stuff. They never talk about somebody donated something or somebody helped somebody. Never you can hear this kind of news. Could you give me one good logical reason why would you need to watch TV? Just name one. Does it make you any smarter when you watch TV? When TV was starting out, it was started as a good intention to disseminate and make available information to everybody. But then, as usual, we did something bad out of it. So on your path of becoming a balanced person, you would need to get more hours in a day. And one of the excellent ways of getting more hours in a day is just to switch off your TV altogether. From my experience, you will get 2 or 3 hours every day at least, at the minimum. Another reason you would do this, especially if you watch TV at night, just before you go to sleep, the reason is twofold. First, you often oversit in front of a TV and you miss the perfect hour for you to go to sleep. Sometimes you would sit in front of a TV until 12 a.m. or 1 or even 2, just watching some dumb movie. And the second reason is after you watch the movie, the energy of this movie continues with you when you go to sleep. If you notice, if you watch horror stories just before you go to bed, you would not be able to go to sleep as quickly as you wanted to. The normal, usual way of you to go to sleep is you lie down, you relax, and after about 1 to 3 minutes, you should go to sleep. You should be already sleeping. If that doesn't happen, there's a reason for it. One of the good reasons for it is TV. Just before you go to sleep, you need to be able to rest a little bit. Think of nothing, do nothing. If you just watch TV, especially some kind of violent movie, it will be very hard for you to go to sleep. Here's how you start if you want to stop watching TV. Obviously, I don't even have to mention it, you stop watching the commercials. There's never any good from commercials. Second, you stop watching any news at all. And many people would argue. Many people would say, yeah, you need to know what's happening in the world. Well, first of all, no, you don't. You are allowed not to know what's happening. You're entitled to this, and you don't have to know everything what's happening. And besides, we already talked that news are not actually news. It's just bad stories collected by some kind of editor in TV room that think that they are going to be interested to somebody. If you don't know any about some specific disaster or specific bad news, believe me, it doesn't make you any worse person than you are. Besides, you will know the most important stories anyway. Your colleagues and your co-workers will tell you. Third is you need to reduce your movie time to a minimum, but you need to do it gradually. Don't do it all at once, because you will have a rejection from it. So first of all, you can start by watching less violent and horror movies, especially before you go to sleep. If you start watching less horror movies in general, you will see in the future, in a couple of months, that you need less and less of a TV. And as you replace your violent movies with something, for example, you can replace it with science programs or National Geographic or something like that. You will see after 3, 4, 5 months, depending on the person, that you no longer need the TV at all. You no longer need to watch it. You don't have the urge to watch it. This automatic reflex that happens to you when you get back home and you need to look for the remote doesn't happen anymore. It will all come natural and you will stop watching the TV. A couple of benefits that you will gain from doing this. First of all, you will obviously have much more time. Imagine 3-4 hours every day, every single day, 2 hours in rare cases, but usually it's 3 to 4 hours that you watch TV, you will get back. You can do anything during this time, anything constructive, anything you decide. Second of all, obviously you stop contracting the negative energy. You become more positive, you become more balanced. And of course, you can stop paying the TV or cable company or whatever satellite you're using. You can stop paying that. That's a lot of money monthly. Now that you know how to do it, I will just recap. First, stop watching the commercials. Second, stop watching any news at all. Believe me, you don't need it. Third, reduce the number of movies that you watch, especially violent movies and horror movies. Don't stop it right away, just do it gradually. Don't go cold turkey on it. Gradually, after you've done it for a couple of months, you will see that you no longer need it. You no longer have the urge to switch on your TV every time you come back home. So now you got rid of one of the biggest poison dispensers in your house, and that's good for you.